But welcome back to the footballing view. Tonali and Mateus Fernandes have officially signed for Tottenham. Well, not officially. Mateus Fernandes has officially signed. Tonali is doing his medical. But it is embarrassing from a United's perspective. These were two of our top transfer targets, and Tottenham have just come and swooped them and taken them from us. I mean, this is a team that finished a point above relegation last season. This is a team that 2 seasons ago finished, 15th, 16th. They've done us again. They beat us in the Europa League final, and they've just taken two of our transfer targets. They've done us again. They've spinned us. They've absolutely rinsed us, this club. At the Tottenham, man. But I think the main talking point is, and if you don't agree with Mateus Fernandes being 85 million, it doesn't matter, because the thing about it is, when you're in a bid war, the price is inflated. The price is always going to be inflated when you're in a bid war. So if you don't think he's worth 85 million, he was always going to be overpriced. And if we weren't going to be ready to pay that price, we shouldn't have gone in for him. Because now we've just wasted our time. You've just spun the whole fan base, and we could have used the time we used for Fernandes and gone and get another player instead of just wasting our time just because Tottenham offer an extra money for Fernandes. And the same thing with Tonali. What is this club doing behind the scenes? What is happening with the transfers? Tonali, I just woke up and see he signed for Tottenham. What are we doing? Tonali was one of our top targets since the start of the season, since January, since the end of the season. Tonali has always been a top transfer target, and Tottenham have just took it. And I mean, we said we were going to get Anderson. The board said we were going to get Anderson. City came in, took Anderson from us. Then it was Fernandes. Tottenham come in, take Fernandes from us. Now we've got Tonali. Those are three of our top transfer targets just taken from us by other clubs because they're willing to pay a bit of extra money for these players. I mean, this is not how a big club behaves. Tottenham are behaving like more of a big club than United right now. Tottenham have centre back problems last season, right? They went and signed Van Heck and Senesi. Tottenham had problems at left back. They went and signed Andy Robertson. Tottenham have had goalkeeper problems. They've went and signed Dubravka. Tottenham have had midfielder problems. They've gone and signed Tonali and Mateus Fernandes. We've signed a 27-year-old midfielder from Atlanta that we have no idea will do good or not. This is not how a big club behave, and it's embarrassing because when you look at Tottenham, they are signing players and are fixing their problems that they've had last season. United are not. And when you look at the available targets now, there's Many, and then you have people like Stella, people like Bruno Gomes. But now I genuinely have no idea if we can get them or not. Because what if we're going for Bruno Gomes? Oh, what's that? Liverpool coming knocking at the door. They want Bruno Gomes. Are we just gonna pull out? Like, what are we gonna do? It's like, to make an analogy, you tell your brother that you want to buy your mom something, right? A computer, for example. And I mean, you walk in the house next day, you see your mom using a new computer. You're like, what? What's happened here? You ask her about it, and she's like, oh, your brother bought it for me because you were taking too long. That's what United are doing. Like, we have to be quick. We have to uh, put in a good offer, and we can't wait and just sit around because these big clubs are coming in with better offers for these players, and they're choosing Tottenham over Manchester United. That's the embarrassing thing about it. A player is choosing Tottenham over Manchester United for a bit of extra money. Do you think 20 years ago that would have happened? Do you think a player would really take an extra 50k to play for Tottenham instead of United? Never. That would have never happened. But in this economy, that's what players are doing. That's what Tonali and Mateus Fernandes have just done. And you can say about, well, I don't want a player that doesn't want to play for Manchester United. Okay, then who are we going to get? Because we can't keep living off the name that we are Manchester United and have players that just want United. Baleba wants United. Do you want Baleba? Balaiba's probably had one of the worst seasons of his career, but he wants to come to United. Do you really want Carlos Balaiba after the season he's had? And I wouldn't be surprised if we got Balaiba for the same price Mateus Fernandes is, because that's just the way it's gonna go. Because no other club is in for Balaiba. It's very, 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 very convenient that no other club is in for Carlos Balaiba after the season he's had, but people are in for Tonali, for Anderson, for Mateus Fernandes. It's like, take a hint. Why do you think so many clubs want these players? It's because they're good players. And when it comes to the fees, look, I didn't necessarily want Mateus Fernandes, but I always thought if the club really did want him, they should have committed to him. And I think that's part of the story as well. Why do you want a club that doesn't even want to fully commit to getting you? I mean, Man United pulled out of the deal. They clearly don't value me as much as Tottenham value me, so why would I go to Manchester United instead of Tottenham? That is a talking point. It really is. Because if, I don't know, two, if you get a better offer from one club, this club probably wants you more than the other club. And that's just what it is. And I just don't know, because I mean the Anderson thing, he was a high priority target the whole season, and then City came in and signed him. And if you're talking about the fees again, right? 120 million for Anderson. I made a video about this, a short about this. It makes complete sense why people like Fernandes and Elliot Anderson are priced at their prices. Anderson isn't a 120 million player based on his ability, but because of the market and because multiple clubs wanted him, he got priced at that price. And City paid it, and now they have Anderson. Same with Mateus Fernandes. When you're in a bid war, a player's price is always going to be inflated because that's how a bid war works. Mateus Fernandes was about 50 million. Spurs have paid maybe 20 million extra. But that's how a bid war works. When two clubs come in for a player, they offer higher bids and it keeps on climbing up until one club pulls out, and that club is United. And that's just how a transfer works. When you look at Declan Rice specifically, right? He wasn't £100 million player when he went to Arsenal. But do you think Arsenal regret any penny they spent on him? No, they haven't. Because while his price was inflated, he's been good for them. I don't think Arsenal will regret the money spent on Rice at all. And that's how you're meant to make transfers. The fees, we're not accountants of the club. We're not losing money. These billionaires, like, why are we getting so pressed about billionaires not spending money? Like, these are billionaires who run a club, and all they've done so far is sign Edison this summer transfer window. I mean, we're not gonna get by. I heard something the other day as well. These lot want a fourth midfielder to be Mason Mount, Tyler Fletcher. They want the Fletcher brothers to be our fourth choice midfielder. That can't happen. Our four midfielders this season should have been Mainu, Edison, Tonali, Fernandes, Scott, Stella, Bruno Gomes, Many. Any of those would have been fine. But I don't know. What if we go in for Stella now? Another big club wants him. I don't know. A Bayern come knocking at the door. What, are we just gonna pull out again? Like, that's my point. Just because a big club offers a bit more money, we can't just keep pulling out of transfers. We can't have the second choice as Manchester United. It just makes no sense. But yeah, that's what I think. I mean, Tottenham have literally rebuilt their whole midfield. If you're a Tottenham fan, you're probably ecstatic, aren't you? Van Hexen, Nessie, Andy Robertson, Sonali, not Bruno Gomes, Mateus Fernandes, Dubravka. You're probably over the moon, aren't you? You've done us in the Europa League final. Now you've done us on two transfers. I mean, yeah, but anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who do you think Man United should go for now? And have a great day.